Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking into HTML. We'll start by creating a very basic file, and meanwhile I will give you an explanation, introduction to the HTML. In our last video I just created an empty folder. Today I will add a file. You can name the file whatever you want. I'll just call it index. Make sure the extension is .html. So that is the extension for the HTML files. So the way we do the HTML files is that we start with a declaration for the file. I'll just copy and paste it quickly. So doctype.html. So this declaration is for the browser. So basically you are telling the browser this file is type of HTML5. So the way the HTML works, as we said before, is it is just a structured document, and to rely on brackets and closing and opening some brackets with angles. Okay, so let me give you an example. So down here you always have to start with HTML. So this one, it is called a tag, and you see it have angle brackets around it. And you see another one got created. That's because of the Visual Studio Code extension. So basically when I start opening a tag, it creates for me the closing tag by default. So you see the difference here is a name with brackets, and this one is name with bracket but have a slash before it. So this one called opening tag, and this one is called closing tag. So in HTML, always you have any tag, you have an opening and closing. There are few tags which are called self-ending, means they don't have a closing elements tags like this, but there are few of them, and we'll go through them later in our tutorial. So just below the HTML, we need to add two sections, one called head, and on the same level of the head, means under the HTML we'll create a body. So the head section here, it's mainly for the meta tag. I will let you know also as well at some stage what exactly can go there. So we just take it step by step. And inside the body, here goes whatever the customer or the users can see in the browser. Like here you can say, hey, this is my awesome website. And the customer will be able to see this one in their browser when they visit your website. Okay, so basically remember, HTML is a document which is built up by a hierarchy of tags. That's all what it is. Now let's come back to the head section. Remember I told you just about meta tags. For example, here you can add something called title. And also this one need open and closing tag. I'll say my first website. There it is. As you can see, here we had my first website. There it is. It goes right there. That's what's called meta tag. It doesn't come in the site itself, inside the document, but it goes inside the browser tab. So that's your tab title. And here, hi, this is my awesome website, just goes here. There we go. So you created your first HTML page successfully. Now let's just go through a few basics of the tags, and we later can go into our site. I will start creating our website. So if you see here, inside the body, you usually have a few other elements. For example, you have some elements called headings. So you have H1s. These ones are basically big header. And you have H2, smaller header, and so on. So you have H1, H2, H3, 4, 5, and 6. And 6 will be the smallest one. And then you have, if I just save this one and I go back to my browser, you see that auto live is also make whenever you save something in your HTML file, it automatically reload your browser. So you don't have to do that every time. Save, go and refresh your browser. It just do it for you Also, we'll just keep them side by side. Okay. Now let's go through other ones. So we have headings. We have something called p tag, which is for a paragraph. This for my text description, blah 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 blah. If you save, it just goes there. You have something called also we have e tags. So this one for links. If you want to write, for example, a hyperlink, it goes inside the e tag. You have a tag for image, and this one is a special tag which I talked about before. It's called self-closing tag. So it doesn't have an opening and closing tags, but it just closes by itself. You just add a slash in the end, and that's all. So this will have something called attributes. So attributes are basically some data that the tags need. Okay, so here, for example, you can put the source of your image. Let's say I'll just take some image from online. I don't know, happy image. I'll just open anything. I'll say open this on new tab. I'll just copy this link and open, click it, write it here, save it, go back to my website, and there it is. It just came. So in source, you can put either links from directly from internet, or you can put for the file to point of file. We'll go all through all this later. This is just give you a quick example of few tags and some attributes. So the image tag have something called source as an attribute, and also it's called something, it has something called alt. So this one for alternative text. So here you can have some descriptive text. And the purpose of this one, first, like for if you hover on the image, you should see that one coming, which is not coming from me for some reason. Okay, so the alt text, how the way it works, for example, the images didn't load for some reason, internet not working, or the link has been changed, but yeah, the image is not found. You'll have that description text coming in its place. For example, let's remove this. You see here, you can see descriptive text here coming and broken image icon. So that's one of the reasons why you need it. Another reason is but don't get scared when I use this term. When we will start working on accessibility, so basically when you're building a website for people with special needs, people they can't see, people have colorblind issues, have contrast issues with their vision, they use something called screen readers. So this screen reader just go to the screen and read out what is in there. So of course you have an image. There's nothing to read in the image, but all what they can read is the alternative text for it. So at some point, if you want to really write very good HTML code, and they call it semantic HTML, you need to follow some rules, and these attributes are really required and they must be there. So that's one. Image, the e tag, so I thought it's for link. You can have here ref, and for example here you put the link where this one wanted to go. For example, let's say I want to go W3 schools. I'll just copy this one and paste it there. I'll see my practical learning site. I'll go back to my website, and you see here, I'll click there. You see it's underlined because that's a hyperlink. If I click it, it's open for me, that link. You see that it's open in same tab and my website is lost. If I want it to open a new tab, I can just add another attribute. I will say target equal underscore blank. There we go. The visual code just helped me out and finished things for me. Amazing, right? So now I will go and click here. So you see, it's open a new tab. My website is still there. It just opened a new tab. So basically, there are a long list of elements. You don't need to learn them by heart. First, the big mistake I was doing, I was trying to learn everything, memorize everything, like if I'm learning history or something. Trust me, you don't need that. All what you need to know is that these things exist. The time you need them, you just go and Google them out and copy paste them and edit them. So there we go. We are done with our HTML introduction, and our next step will be start building our website. Thank you for watching.